Hello, welcome to today's update. We'll start off with Apple. You're looking at an hourly chart of Apple. You can see that it has been consolidating at this level around 166, 167, and it's now closed right at the first area of resistance. It's also now closing the gap. This chart is now beginning to look bullish. You can see that the momentum indicators are moving up. MACD is now moving higher. It's about to cross the zero line. RSI has been moving up. So this is looking positive. The near-term next area of resistance, if it can get through here, is around 172. Again, depends on what happens tomorrow. Fed Chairman Powell speaks. If the market reacts positively, then we can expect good things from Apple. If the reaction is negative, then obviously we would expect a pullback. Again, any pullback should find support around 166, 167, and then around 163. If we look at the daily picture of Apple, so this is the daily chart of Apple. So you can see that it consolidated for a couple of days just above the daily 20-day moving average and then bounced off that level. So this is quite positive. The first objective is to take out the previous high right here, because a lot of the time our stock or a index, after the sell-off, it rises but makes a lower high. So we want to be prepared for that. So that's why the first objective is to overcome this level and set a new swing high. Momentum indicators, RSI has moved up. It's now around 61 level. MACD, although it's crossed, it's still above the zero line. Stochastic is in the oversold territory. It's now making a U-turn. So the daily picture looks quite strong. I don't see any weakness, but again, we have to be prepared, whether or not it makes a new high, or what the market reaction is to Chairman Powell's comments. Moving on to Tesla, we look at Tesla on a daily basis. Again, what we see is that it's been consolidating above the daily 20-day moving average, and the daily 200-day moving average has been a problem. A couple of times it has gone above it, but pulled back below that. Again, it tested it today but wasn't able to close, but it's still above the daily 20 and 50. They're moving higher and they're moving up towards the 200-day moving average. So again, overall, there is nothing wrong with this picture. This is fine. It's consolidating. If we look at some of the other stocks that moved today, so if we look at Microsoft, what we see is here's an hourly chart of Microsoft, and you see the different levels. Again, it consolidated and found support around 275. 280 is the near-term resistance. There are quite a few candles at this level, and above that would be the 283 level. And then there's also this gap that would need to be filled. So if the market reaction is positive, we can expect further upside push. The momentum indicators, on hourly basis, are moving higher, so it is doing the right thing. If we look at the daily chart of Microsoft, we see that this one was a little bit weaker than Apple or Tesla, because it had lost the daily 20 but found support at the daily 50. So it's still trapped between the 20 and 50. But if the reaction to the market is positive tomorrow, it might be able to reclaim the daily 20. The MACD is moving lower, but we don't want to see it below the zero line. As long as it moves down and stays above the zero line, that's fine. RSI is now moving back above 50. It's oversold, so overall not bad. It would be nice if it can reclaim the daily 20 and then gradually move up to challenge the 200-day moving average, which acted as a support previously. Next, let's look at Google, what it might do or what it's been doing. So again, you see Google, this is an hourly chart. So it formed a nice base here at this level. So this was the support around 114.50, and then moved up along with the overall market. It has taken out this area of resistance around 117. So the next target would be this 119.50 to 120. So there is quite a few interaction at that level. So that would be the next area of resistance. MACD moving up, about to cross the zero line, RSI moving higher. So this is now looking positive from a shorter time frame. Next, we will look at Meta. So this is an hourly chart. So Meta, so these are the levels, went through this resistance. It was up 3.38%, one of the better performers today. So went through this area of resistance. So the next area of challenge is around 173-ish for Meta. But it also is looking positive. Momentum indicators are all ticking up. So it's looking positive on a short-term basis. If we look at other stocks, semiconductor sector had a very good day. You can see this is the ETF, SOXX. So it formed a base and found support at this level, and then it's been going up. So this was an area of intraday resistance that it managed to take out. So it needs to now deal with this downtrend line. This is an hourly downtrend. If it's able to get through this area, then this area gets exposed. This was the this is around 424. So again, today was a positive day. So if the market reacts positively, then we will expect a test of this resistance, and hopefully it can take out, overcome this resistance. If we look at other stocks, Qualcomm, so this is the 1 hour chart of Qualcomm. So it dipped below this area of support briefly, but managed to reclaim big candle early in the day. So it stopped just below this area of resistance. So this is 147. So if it's able to get through 147, then it opens up this this area of around 153. So this is now looking positive on a smaller time frame. So MACD is moving higher, RSI is moving higher. So there's a lot to like about the structure of QCOM at this time. If we look at AMD next, so again, these are the levels you can see. So today it stopped short of this area of resistance, which is around 97. It backed off, consolidated, and towards the end it made a run and closed just below. So this would be an area that we want to see AMD get through. And then there is this downtrend line, series of lower highs. So that would have to be dealt with because it's been making a series of lower highs. If it's able to get through this downtrend, then the technical picture will start to become quite positive. So this is something to keep an eye on. MACD on the hourly is crossing the zero line. RSI is moving higher. So again, the structure is now looking positive, at least for a test of this resistance. If the overall market moves higher tomorrow in reaction to Fed Powell's speech, then AMD could be expected to move higher. If we look at another one on the semiconductor, Micron, so again, it found a nice base here. This is an hourly chart. So this is the area of resistance that it needs to get through. If it does, then 63 becomes the next logical place, and then this high around 65. So the structure is now beginning to look good. The overall sector, the semiconductor sector, which has been very weak recently, but showing some structure on a smaller time frame, which is positive. Looking at other stocks, we look at BABA. So let's look at BABA, the Chinese stocks are looking quite positive right now. You can see that it formed a base here. This is a daily chart. It formed a base and today went through this area of resistance. So it's looking positive. The price action is positive. RSI is now ticking up. MACD is still below the zero line. So obviously once it gets above the zero line, the momentum should be quite strong. But at least it's worth keeping an eye on some of the Chinese stocks. Other ones, JD, this is JD, has broken through this downtrend on a daily basis. So this is quite positive. It's been going down, so making series of lower highs. So that has been taken out today. If we look at Baidu quickly, very strong move today. This area is going to be an area of resistance, which is around 155. You can see number of interactions here. So it needs to get through here. If it's able to get through here, then it opens up quite a bit of space. RSI is looking quite positive. MACD has crossed and it's heading towards the zero line. If it's able to get above the zero line, this should be quite positive. Let's look at ENPH. So we'll look at in a smaller time frame just to see what the structure is. So effectively what you're saying is that if you look at the line chart, you can see it a little bit clear. So you can see that it's bounced off this support area. There was this minor lower highs. It managed to get through there. So this would be the next area of resistance, which is around 303. So if it's able to get through 303, it would start to look positive. There were several attempts to overcome this level, but hasn't been able to close. So this area is an important one. It could very well challenge that level tomorrow if the market remains positive. Another stock that I wanted to bring to your attention is this one. This is Biogen, BIIB. So it's been, it's been under pressure lately, and there is this support uptrend line. So it came close to it and then bounced today. So this is one to watch. It is oversold, but the overall technical picture is still, it still needs to be improved. RSI is below 50, MACD is just about to go below the zero line. If it can make a U-turn and rebound, this could be again rebounding and moving higher. That's all the daily stocks. Just wanted to bring to your attention that I do provide updates during market hours through the Twitter. So this is the Twitter. So do follow us on Twitter. You can see there were a number of posts made during the daytime. So you can get some ideas from the Twitter handle. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video.